Here is how to connect your Google Analytics data on Google Sheets. And first, you will install the Google Sheets add-on that you can find in the description of this video. Then you will click on the button that says Install, Continue, and you will connect the Google account that you use for Google Sheets. Then you will grant access to Power Metrics, the Google Sheets add-on, to access your Google account. So I will click on Allow, Next, done, and we have installed our Google Sheets add-on. To access it, you will open a new Google Sheets and you will click on Extensions. And on Extensions, you will find this Google Sheets add-on by Metrics. Click on Launch, and now with this extension, you will be able to import your marketing data from Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Shopify, HubSpot, whatever, and Google Analytics data. For this tutorial, we will be connecting GA4. So choose the GA4 integration, and you have two options: connecting a new account or a new query. Because this is our first time, we will need to connect our data. We need to connect a new account. Click there to connect a new account. I have connected something already, but I will connect a new account. And this time, I will connect my Google account that has access to the GA4 or Google Analytics property. So I will choose the account, I will click on Allow, and I will connect this account to Google Sheets. So I will click on Next. Now we have imported and connected our GA4 accounts on Google Sheets. It is time to bring the data. So the data source is ready. The next step to build our query is giving a name to our query. And giving a name is important because later I will show you how to schedule your reports so they refresh automatically every hour, day, or week. So for this tutorial, I will call this report Acquisition Report, just as an example. Then I will choose my Google account. And this step is important because actually you could connect more Google accounts that have access to other GA4 properties that your work email doesn't have access to. This is very special for teams that manage multiple sites across multiple emails. This makes things easier. And also, you can connect multiple GA4 properties. So if you have an agency with multiple websites to manage for your clients, you could actually bring multiple GA4 accounts in a single report to have a client overview. Or if you are a company with multiple brands and multiple websites, you could actually combine and blend the data automatically by simply choosing all your websites for this query. For this exercise, I will be only connecting our website account, Power Metrics, and then the next step is choosing a date. For this report, I will choose the last month, but you could bring data from last year, this year, or a specific date range. Here, last month. And the final step is bringing the metrics and dimensions I want for this data. Remember, metrics are numbers, are values. An example for Google Analytics data can be sessions, users, events, conversions, views, and so on. It is the numbers. And dimensions are the way I break down those numbers. So I can break down my traffic by source, by medium, by page, by geography, by audience, and so on. So metrics are numbers, and dimensions are the way I break down those numbers. Metrics show up as columns, and dimensions show up as rows. So here, I will create a query that asks for total users, my traffic, but I could also do sessions. And the dimensions are my traffic source, the date, and the page title, the actual content. So I will click on Create Report. And now I have imported my Google Analytics for data on Google Sheets. But there is a lot more to do. I want to analyze this data, and I want to do more things with it, like pivot tables, like schedule and automatic refresh, and so on. I will show you how to set automatic data refreshes so your marketing data is always up to date by refreshing every hour, day, or week. You will go to the queries that you have created with the Power Metrics extension, and you will click on the settings of this query. Then click on Schedule and make sure that this automation is turned on. The next step is setting a frequency. Remember, you can refresh your data every hour, day, week, or even month. And finally, choose how you want to import the new data. You can override it, which means that we will replace the old data with the new data, or you can append it, which means that we can import the new data in new rows, but we will keep the historical old data. Finally, you will click on Save, and you will have automated your marketing reports on Google Sheets. Now I will show you how to analyze your marketing data on Google Sheets by using pivot tables, conditional formatting, and charts. But remember, we will have more in-depth tutorials for all these topics so you can learn to win with your marketing data. Remember to subscribe, of course, to this channel. And also for this exercise, I will be using Google Analytics for data, but this works with social media, paid ads, CRM data, whatever data. The first thing that I will do with the raw data that I have imported with the Google Sheets extension by Power Metrics is that I will select all the cells. Then click on Insert, and then click on Pivot Table, select New Sheet, and click on Create. And we have created a pivot table. If you're not familiar with pivot tables, first, you will love them. And second, they are a way that let you sort, organize, and aggregate your raw data so you can analyze it quickly. And I will show you how it works. So first, for my rows, I will choose a dimension. In this case, I will do it with page title. Now I am breaking down my data by page of my website, but this data is not yet useful. I will select a metric or a value. So I will choose total users, my traffic, and I will select it in the values section. Now I am breaking down my traffic by page. But there is an issue here. I want to sort my data. I want to see the best performing content. So the sort by instead of page title will be by traffic. And also the order will be descending. Now with this query, I can see my best performing content in order. What is next? I will remove this dimension so you can see how quickly you can analyze your raw data. So I will remove page title and I will replace it with session and medium so I can know my acquisition sources. As you can see in this table, most of my traffic has an attribution problem. I don't know what it is, but after that, organic or SEO is our most important acquisition traffic with YouTube. Now, what is next? I want to do something else. I will want to go back to my query. So again, I will do it with page title, but I can set also a breakdown not only for rows, but for columns. So I will set sessions and medium for columns. Now I will have like a grid or a matrix where I can see my data by page title and also by acquisition source. I want to sort this data correctly. So the order of the session and medium will be by traffic and will be descending. This is correct. And also, the order of my raw dimension will be by traffic and descending. Now, I am seeing my data correctly because I am sorting it by top, by most traffic, by sources, and also by pages. Here in the top left corner, I can see my best performing channels and my best performing content. But this is not visual yet, so I will show you something else. I will go to Format, click on Conditional Formatting, and I will set a rule. If the value of the cell is greater than a value, let's say 10,000 visitors, then highlight it. With this, I can quickly see that even though I have thousands of pages on my website, only 6 of them are driving more than 10,000 visitors to it. Now I will click on Done, and as you can see, we can spot our best performing content and best performing channels in a single view. What is next? I will go again to my raw data and I will select again all the cells. What is next? I will click on Insert, click on Chart, and now I can display a chart so I can make my data more visual and easier to read for my audience, my clients, or my team. And with this, you have some examples on how you can analyze your marketing data in Google Sheets with pivot tables, conditional formatting, and charts.